Welcome to my channel, my name's Lauren, and this week I've decided to make a skirt. I was inspired by the blue skies we had a few days ago, so I decided to make something more on the summery side. This video is going to show you how I made a two-tiered skirt with a side split. I've been trying to work through my fabric stash, so I was pretty limited with the amount of fabric that I had for this project. My skirt wasn't quite as flowy as I wanted it to be, but I will just change that for next time. Anyway, let's get to it. I started by working out the height of my waistband. I wanted this skirt to have a paper bag waistline, so I worked out the width of my elastic, then added on 3 centimeters for the paper bag section, and then also a couple more centimeters for the seam allowance. I cut out a strip of the length of my fabric, so I would be able to get some good gathers at the top. Next I measured out the length I wanted the first tier of my skirt to be. I measured out 45 centimeters, which include the top and the bottom seam allowances for my skirt, and I did end up shortening this panel by about 10 centimeters in the end. However, if you didn't want to add the second tier at 45 centimeters, it would make a really cute skirt by itself, which I'll show you later on. Because I wanted the 2 tiers to have ruffles in them, on this first section I needed it to be slightly shorter in length going all the way around me than the second piece. This is where I kind of wish I had more fabric to work with, because it made the top piece slightly more fitted around my waist and hips, but I took off a section of the end, making the length around me shorter so there were less gathers, but this created me, or allowed me to have more gathers in the second part of my skirt. To create the bottom section of my skirt, I measured 50 centimeters, including some seam allowance down, to create the length of the overall skirt, as I wanted it to be sort of a midi skirt. Here are the 3 pieces shown as they will be to create the tiering of my skirt. I started by using the waistband in the first section of the skirt. I sewed both pieces to create 2 loops, then folded the waistband in half, wrong sides together, and attached it to the top section of the skirt, but leaving a small gap to be able to feed the elastic through, as shown now. I realise the footage I have here isn't actually that helpful, so I've tried to explain it the best I can. Around the waistband I've also sewed a line that's the width of the elastic to help give a cleaner finish to my paper bag. So I just measured the width of the elastic and sewed all the way around. And then to get the elastic, I placed it around my waist where I wanted the skirt to sit, and then used a safety pin to help thread it through the tube. And to finish this, I sewed the 2 pieces of elastic together and then closed up the open section of the seam to hold the elastic in place. At this point, as I mentioned previously before, I did consider leaving it as a little short paper waist skirt, I guess. And you could do this by just hemming the bottom of the skirt, as I think it's pretty cute as it is. However, carrying on, I did take off about 10 centimeters off the bottom of the skirt before adding on the second tier. To create the bottom section of the skirt, I did a double rolled hem around the 2 short edges and the bottom edge of the skirt, so then it was ready to gather and sew to the top half of the skirt. some reason I decided to hand sew a line across the top of the skirt to start with, to create the gathers to then attach to the top half of the skirt, but I quickly decided against this and ended up just creating mini pleats and pinning them to the top half of the skirt as I went. I pinned where I wanted the split to be to start with, and then evenly spaced out the pleats and gathers around the skirt before sewing it right sides together. I used the single seam on the top section of my skirt as my centre back, and then worked out where I wanted my split to be from there. I did slightly overlap the opening of the split, but only by about 1 centimetre to 2 centimetres, and then once I'd sewn it in place, I top stitched the seam allowance upwards to help the ruffles to lie flat on the second tier, and with that I was done. Overall, I'm really pleased with how the skirt has turned out. It has a slightly slimmer profile to how I had imagined it, but now I have plans for 2 more skirts to make following this. One short one and one more flowy one once I've got through some of my current fabrics. I've paired the skirt with a simple fitted top and a denim jacket ready for springtime. Now I've edited this video and it's ready to post, the UK weather has gone back to its usual self, so it'll probably be a little while before I'm able to wear this outfit out. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out my channel and like and subscribe if you want to see more. See you in my next video. Bye!